It is hot. Come on. When you purchase your Tisas SSD 1911, cheapest on the market, you get a pretty nifty carrying case here. I was very impressed with it. You open her up, and now I believe mine's loaded, but it will not come loaded. Yeah, mine was loaded. It will not come loaded here, nor will it have random 45 caliber rounds mixed in here. What you get in the package is a 1911, of course. This is a full-size 5-inch barrel 1911. The finish is a painted on or baked on finish. It is not a blued finish. It is not a Cerakote or anything like that. It's just a baked on painted finish. You get 2 blued Metgar steel magazines, which is nice. They're both 8 rounds. Of course, you get something to go into the chamber to flag it as empty. You get a takedown tool. Some people like these, some people call them pussies, whatever. You can use it, discard it, what have you. Comes with a brush that will wear out after about 3 uses. Comes with a plastic cleaning rod there, which, and you know, plastic is good. Of course, instruction manual back here and all that good stuff. And you get a tag that tells you that the frame is in fact forged. Does it have my serial number on here? No, it does not. Good. There's a close-up there. It's a forged 1911. The slide and frame is forged, and it uses Series 70 internals. And as you can see in the background there, there's a storm coming, and I'm not prepared for it. Oh. Yep, failed to feed. Oh, that might have been me, actually, my grip. Stay up, you bastard. Come on. Stay. All right, we're moving on. Well, I already have a ton of Ed Brown magazines, my favorite 1911 magazine. We're gonna go ahead and try these Metgars out. The one hang up I had here was because my my grip, not the greatest 1911s. I don't shoot enough 1911s to really get a good grip on it. So I hit the, I think I hit the slide stop with my thumb. All right. Huh. That time the Metgar magazine tried to double feed there. That storm was looking scary. Look at that. All right, I'm gonna do a couple more rounds here, and then I gotta pack her up because if I'm not careful, I'm gonna get all my camera gear drenched. I wasn't ready for that. Another double feed there. Look at that. Double feed. There's another round trying to go there as well. Huh. All right, my ears are on, my eyes are on, plates are up, storm's coming. Oh, come on. We are now back down on the range, testing out the cheapest 1911 on the market to date. From the get-go, out of the box, this thing cycled 230 grain ball style ammo with no problems whatsoever, but I've got a metric ton of this semi-wad cutter lead cast ammo that it has hung up on at least 1 round per magazine. It's had some issues. Now, I have done some testing and gotten it to where it's loosened up a little bit, but I want to speed up the process of it breaking in. So I polished the feeder ramp. Actually, the feeder ramp was covered in the same paint that the frame and the slide is covered in. So I basically just knocked the paint off of it and polished it up to a semi-mirror finish. Along with that, I did add a heavy recoil spring that I had laying around to see if that would help it cycle as well. Now, I did this to help it break in quicker. Eventually this thing would completely loosen up after say 400 or 500 rounds, and it would be good to go with whatever ammo I chose to shoot through it. But with today's prices of ammo, that became unrealistic in my viewpoint. All right. Oh, come on. Oh, that last round shot a piece of brass onto the roof of the tin shed there. I was like, what is that sound? Oh, now I'm all cattywampus here. Let me, the forged frame and forged slide of this SDS 1911, the Tisas 1911, is remarkably lighter weight than my cast version ATI 1911 that is a cast frame, which I don't understand, but safety off. Oh, come on. All right. Oh, I hit the slide stop. All right, there we go. So that was 2 full mags successfully through the cheapest 1911 on the market, except for a user error, which I will take the blame for that. In my opinion, there are only 3 different reasons why you should buy a 1911. Reason number 1, you think 1911s are cool. Fantastic. That's a perfectly good, legitimate reason to buy a 1911. If you just think they're cool and you just want something to have fun at the range with in a 1911 style pistol, then the Tisas is what you want. Forged frame, forged slide, of course a forged barrel. All the internals are classic 1911 and everything interchanges into that pistol. Perfect. That's one you want. If you don't have a specific use for that 1911, you just think they're cool. Reason number 2 that you want to buy a 1911 is that you are a major history buff and you want the pistol that won 2 world wars. Okay, well then the Tisas is not for you. What you want is an actual Colt 1911, a surplus 1911 that was contracted by the military for the military. That's the one you want, and it's going to cost you some dough. Reason number 3 that you should buy a 1911, and that is for competition. If you're going to buy a 1911 for competition, the Tisas is out. What you're going to be doing is spending a ton of dough for, say, a Colt Gold Cup or a Dan Wesson, something that's very customizable and you can set up for your hand and for your specific use case. But the majority of you fall into that first category. So I'm saying Tisas all the way, baby. This is what you want to get. And get them now while the getting is good. The reason why these are so cheap right now is because they're made in Turkey. Well, they've always been made in Turkey and they will be made in Turkey in the future. The Tisas company is there. But the reason why they're so cheap is because of the economy in Turkey has plummeted. Frankly speaking, if you think the US economy is in a toilet, then the Turkish economy is the septic tank. They are doing pretty poorly right now and their inflation is far higher in percentage-wise than our inflation. So the US dollar goes a long way. This economic situation not only impacts the price of the 1911s, but pretty much anything that comes out of Turkey. So those AR-15 style shotguns, those really cheap ones, well, they're even more cheap today. Now, I put this pistol through its paces. I used it with ball ammo and my semi-wad cutter ammo, and eventually started shooting those semi-wad cutters just as well as the ball ammo. And I tried all kinds of different magazines. Ed Brown magazine is my favorite magazine for 1911s. The stock Metgar mag, just fine. The Chip McCormick mag did just fine as well with both ball ammo and the semi-wad cutters. I only have the one magazine from Chip McCormick though because they are kind of pricey. And now we have reached the part of the review where I talk about the negatives. Fortunately, the negatives of this pistol are pretty few. Basically, the only real issue about this pistol is, well, for one thing, it's a bare bones 1911. Some people like that. I like that. Some people want to be able to customize the sights or whatnot. You're going to have to choose another firearm for that. But if you want a basic 1911, the only downfall for this pistol is the fact that the internals are almost exclusively MIM parts, or they're complete cast steel. There's very, very few forged parts inside this other than the barrel, frame, and slide. Now, is that a big deal? I don't think so, because my ATI 1911 is full of MIM parts and cast parts. Actually, the frame itself is cast. And I have put a ton of ammo through that thing with no issues whatsoever. There are several other firearms I have that have the MIM parts and the cast parts, and no problem with those as well. You know, come to think of it, the only cast steel part in a firearm that I've ever broken has been in a Remington. And of course, Remington, during the last 20 years or so, has had a reputation. The only other issue that I have with this pistol is that there's a slight bit of over travel with the safety. Let me demonstrate. Of course it is. No magazine. There we go. So we got the hammer back. Put safety on. That's normal. You hear that click? That's a little over travel there. There's where the safety is supposed to stop. But it can go a little bit further down. Is it a big deal? No, it's not. But you can hear it. It's kind of annoying. All right, folks, hold on. 1 second. This is me from the future. While editing this video, I realized I left out 2 issues that I have with this pistol. So this should be 3 total. The second issue I have with this pistol was the painted over feeder ramp that really slowed down the break-in period, because that feeder ramp needed to have all the paint scraped off of it with the bullets going over it to feed reliably. And now it did feed ball ammo pretty much out of the box, but anything else would hang up there until I went through it with a Dremel and cleaned off all the paint. I did not remove any metal. I just took off the paint. And the third issue I had with this is the grip panels are super slick. They are cheap plastic grip panels. They are super slick, and that was the reason why I kept on hitting the slide stop, because it was hard to hold on to this sucker because of the near Teflon style nature of the grip panels. Because I'm having trouble holding on those grip panels because they are so slippery, I kept on hitting that slide stop right there with my thumb. Now, that is kind of interesting, the fact that with this base of a firearm, you're probably going to want to change out those grip panels to something that's more customizable to you. I might print me up some orange ones for, Tennessee, so I may do that, I may not, I don't know. But the grip panels are super slippery, just keep that in mind. Per the YouTube guidelines, I cannot tell you how much this cost me or where you can get one that cheap, because I'm not a salesperson. This is not a sales site. This is a review channel, not a sales channel. So I cannot tell you that. But if you were to make a comment in the comment box below the video asking where these might be the cheapest at, I can almost promise you somebody will probably answer. Well, guys, that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a like and go subscribe. A lot more is on the way. If you have any comments, questions, or show ideas, leave that in the comment box of the video. And any questions about this pistol and pricing and whatnot, go ahead and put that in the comment box below the video, and someone will probably answer you. As always, you guys have a great day. See ya.